An early morning water main break in Latonia has created a huge mess, and 4 families are still out of their homes.
The leak did some serious damage to the wall of a railroad underpass and also washed away big chunks of some front yards on Caroline Avenue. And that's where Local 12's Joe Webb is now, and he joins us live with the latest on the story. Joe?
Well, Cammie, 4 families along Caroline Avenue here in Latonia are staying in hotels or with family tonight because their houses are just pretty much stranded. They have no water, no power, no gas, and aren't sure when they'll be back. A couple of them told us just a few minutes ago they think it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks. And they won't be back in those houses for that long because essentially that water leak turned their houses and turned them into flood victims. About 5:30 this morning, the Caroline Avenue Railroad underpass in Latonia was like a river. The 6-inch water main break bowed out a huge chunk of the concrete wall, washed away sidewalks, and left stairways going to nowhere. A gas supply line started leaking and 8 houses were evacuated.
What I know is about 5:30 this morning, my neighbor next door called and said, "Peggy, get out of the bed, hurry. The underpass is caving in." I said, "You're full of what?" And she said, "Get out of there." I said, "I'm on my way." I grabbed my dog, run down the steps and opened the front door, and all I seen was a mess over the viaduct.
Within a couple of hours, the water leak and gas leaks were capped off. 4 families got back into their homes, but 4 remain out.
Right now they're just in a spot of trying to figure out how they're going to shore this up before people can get back into their houses. None of the houses have slipped. There's been no structural damage to any of the houses. It's just they're just concerned that, with the weather coming and the soil, that it could be unstable.
The 4 houses along Caroline Avenue are home to 7 people and a couple of pets. The Red Cross has found them places to stay. They have no water, no electricity, and no gas. They do have attitude. Peggy Owings has lived at 3407 Caroline since 1943.
They're hoping for the best for us. They say it's going to take us a while to get under control.
What do you think about all this?
I think it's a bunch of bull. I've lived here all my life. I always thought if anything would give way first would be the damn railroad, where the train went across, not the walls. I've been here when the soldiers went by and waved, when they were going down Fort Knox. I've about seen it all here in Latonia, but this is the worst I've ever seen.
Now, the Northern Kentucky Water District says it is still not sure what caused the leak or when the people will get their water back. There has been some construction work on the road underneath the underpass. It's been going on in the area. They don't know and won't say if the damage to the wall and the water leak had anything to do with that, because frankly at this point they really just don't know. Bad news is some of these families may not be in their homes for Christmas. Reporting live in Latonia, I'm Joe Webb, Local 12 News. Cammie?
Yeah, I was just going to say, Joe, that the timing of this just couldn't be worse, really.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's tough. I mean, this can't happen at a good time. I mean, this is a bad thing anytime anybody's forced out of their home. But yeah, at the holidays, it's really tough. We just talked to a woman who said that she always has Christmas at her house, and so she doesn't know what she's going to do this year.
All right, Joe Webb, thank you for the report. And despite all the damage done by the leak, I guess the good news here is that no one was injured.